Welcome back, everyone, to the Electric Coaches channel. And today I want to talk about the performance of my new board that I've put together here. I did a video earlier on Facebook depicting this side of the board that you're looking at now. Before I flip the board over to the playing surface side, I want to run my players on this side of the board to test the positioning of my my motors here, which I have 3. The positioning of your motors, or transformers, if you will. That's the other name for these items you see here. The positioning of these transformers or motors can have an effect on how your bases perform. So before I commit to turning the board over to depict the playing surface side, I want to run some of my figures on this side of the board to test these motors out. So I'm going to put a figure up here. I'm just going to put it in a random place on the board. And I just want to see how the figure runs, how it responds to these motors. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's a good run. It's a good run. This, by the way, is an ITZ base. This is one of their newer bases. This plastic is made of different materials. It's got more silicone in it, so the prongs are a lot softer. Let's put this guy right here. Let's put him right there and see how he runs. Okay, not bad. Let's set him up here. Matter of fact, let's put him all the way over here. And this is the out of bounds area right here. So if the vibration is getting over here, that's a good sign. Okay. And the dial was turned a little bit. Let's do it again. All right. I'm still tweaking this bass, by the way. So I got 2 bags of these, and I'm just working with one of them. Set him right here. See how he goes. Okay, he moves really good. Okay, put him up here. This is the back of the end zone over here. So if we're getting good vibration up there, that's a good sign for the rest of the board. Okay, that's a good run. Let's grab another figure. I want to test. I want to grab one of my Frankenstein bases. Okay. And while we're here, this surface is a non-magnetic aluminum surface. So magnetic ball markers can't be used on this surface. I'll talk more about my ball markers when I flip the board over. So we're going to run this customized figure here on a Frankenstein base. I'm going to set him right there. Let me see what he does. Okay, he's got good movement. Let's put him up here. Okay. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, good movement. I'm just trying random bases. Okay, I'm gonna take my my megawatts running back figure here, and we got him mounted on a buzzball speed diamond. We're gonna place him right here. See what he does. Okay. Set it right there. Okay, so far for the most part, you know, these bases, these figures, they're responding. They're responding to the vibration, the positioning of the motors are vibrating the entire table. Speaking of motor positioning, you know, some coaches with their custom boards, they may place a motor in one corner, like here, and another one cat a corner across the field up here, like that. See, Coach Kareem with his custom board, he uses the Gotham motors, and he has one motor, and he places it on the side in the corner right here, where the board and the wall of the board meet, and that one motor vibrates the entire table. These motors you're looking at are motors that I took from traditional electric football boards. I have a board here, a traditional board, and I want to show this to you real quick. This is the motor here on a traditional board. It's manufactured like this, see? Here's traditional board. There's the control knob. And I took my sheet metal cutters and I cut around the motor, keeping the rivets holding that piece of metal of the original board onto the motor itself, see? So this is one of them. This came off of a board that I had that was endorsed by Snickers. You can see the SN right there. And I notice I kept the rivets. This is part of the board. I kept it there, and I caulked the motors onto the table, onto the aluminum surface itself. And by the way, this caulk is now hard and dry now. And this motor and this motor came from a traditional 620 Super Bowl set. So I cut around the rivets, keeping the sheet metal of the board itself attached. Now this is the first motor I had cut years ago, and what I had done, I took the rivets off, and that turned out to be a mistake. So what I did was I put screws in place of the rivets to hold the piece of metal onto the motor itself. So this one I tore this motor up, but it still works. So I'm going to flip this board over, the playing board over to depict the playing side of the table, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I turned the board over, and I used my hooked pliers to reach down in the board's edge here to raise the board out of the frame. So now I'm ready to test my figures on the playing surface. Now this surface is a vinyl surface, basically a bumper sticker. And the lamination on this surface is a semi-gloss. On the earlier board, the older Electric Coach Park board, it too was a vinyl surface, but the lamination was a matte surface. It was dull. And the reason why I went with a gloss surface is because gloss is closer to the traditional aluminum surface that you would see on a traditional board. So when I tweak, my tweaks should be more accurate. The base on this surface will give me a true reading as to how that base would perform in a game time situation on an aluminum board. So now I'm going to test the figure to run on this surface. This is a Mr. Everything figure on an older ITZ base. It's the power shell with the speed dial. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's got good movement. Let's put him in this end zone. See how he goes. Yep, liking it already. Okay, now we're going to use our Warren Jefferson figure mounted on the new ITZ speed base. Remember, this is the new base that has more silicone in the plastic, and the prongs are a lot softer. So we're going to put him in our end zone, and let's run him. Let's see how he goes. Okay, that base has a little more drag on it. So let me push these front prongs up a little bit. Just doing some light tweaking here. I got some more of these bases, like I said earlier, and I'm just working with this one. We're going to put this one in the end zone. Let's run it. Okay, no worries. But we got movement. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far regarding how my players are moving across this board. Okay, so he's got a little more get up and go when he comes from the MFC end zone. I think this motor down here has been cranked up a little bit more, so I may have to make some adjustments. So it's only a matter of raising the board up and reaching in and turning the knob, the speed knob on the board. Okay, let's look at our Frankenstein base on our custom receiver. And by the way, this guy right here, I put him on the Detroit Lions board that you had seen on Facebook earlier. That board is owned by Darrell Brevard. This figure, the board was so live, it was so hot that this figure would fall down. He would run about 20 yards and fall and slide. So I'm gonna put him here. Let's see what he does. Okay. He's got good get off. Run him again. Okay. I like that. All right. Let's try a typical boat base, a Tudor boat base. Let's put this figure on here. And by the way, this is a customized tight end that I had done. This is a Reginald Rutledge figure. I cut it up. I cut up 2 other figures to make this pose right here. Let's see how he runs. Okay, good deal. Now, I got my AstroTurf for the sidelines. I'm going to put all that back on when I'm confident that I'm going to keep the board as is. So this is only for, this is for placing my figures here while the board is vibrating and the figures won't run. They won't move. They'll stay here. All right. So put that over there. Let's see. I want to grab another figure. This is another Frankenstein figure here. Right? It's a boat base with a speed diamond, a clear speed diamond base on the inside. Let's run it. Okay, yeah. Look, I'm happy. I switched from a tile board surface. See, metal surfaces are the best surfaces to play electric football on, because the metal, the vibration resonates better across the metal. The tile board that I had, it was a pressed cardboard, really stiff pressed cardboard, and it basically stifled some of the vibration, and I had dead spots like down here on this side, on this end of the field. Now that I got this aluminum sheeting here, as you can see, I no longer have that problem. I'm gonna run another figure. Let's run from this end zone. This is a ITZ base. We're gonna run it again. This is Mr. Everything. We're gonna run him. We're gonna put him over there. Let's put him over there. See how he goes. Yep. Put him at the 50-yard line. So motor right there. Yes, sir. Very good. So I'm going to adjourn for now, and I'm gonna get some tweaking done. I got my pliers here. I got my other pliers in the toolbox, and got my lighter, my coffee mug warmer. I even got a set of toenail clippers with a straight front. I'm going to do some experimenting with these. See what type of bass performance we can get. But you can't do that with me right now because you out there and I'm here. So, look, I'm going to see you guys later. I'm Mo. Thanks for watching.
You're watching the Electric Coach channel. From goal line to goal line, we can go the distance.